Hi, back again, and here we go. We're going to do a bit of unpacking, starting with right away speaking with ourself. Where the how I decided to even call the series that. Before we get started, though, you may notice we're outside because it is the first glorious day in the neighborhood, and so there might be traffic sounds or bird sounds, or the dog might start barking. Either way, we'll be aware of that and persevere. Speaking with ourselves, I chose that because I didn't want it to be. I was thinking learning how to talk to ourselves, but for me, someone wants to talk to me, someone wants to talk at me. Right away, my old habit is that's an unequal footing. So the idea is we want to speak with ourselves. And with ourselves, because it's a very personal thing, I can lay out ideas, I can lay out technique, I can lay out logics that you in turn can apply and might find benefit in. The idea is if you begin to be aware, not even pay attention, because attention, be aware of that. Attention has tension in it. We want to be really not having any throwaway terms and not having any default things at all. And trust me, it sounds like a lot of work, but it's not. It's a lot of freedom, and it's a lot of empowerment in very simple ways. So, but again, always back to the self, yourself, myself, the individual. Only you can come up with metaphors. Only you know what you've gone through and what will make sense in your life. So I'm going to do 3 pieces in this one. We're going to lay out some targets for myself to keep me on track. I've made a few notes here that I'm going to refer to. And I'm going to get to do a little bit more on the awareness meditation, as I mentioned previously. And then I want to do some virus advice. So I don't know if you heard that virus advice. There's big trucks go by. So we're going to be talking about some of these are my targets. We're going to inquiring versus questioning. We're going to examine habits. We're going to examine default. We're going to come up with mechanisms to bring awareness into that. All those little light switch moments, all those little knee-jerk reactions, it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And you're not going to be learning how to become a robot. You're going to be learning how to be free. Well, sorry. Do we need why? Do we need to stop and figure out why things are happening? Or can we kind of change our habits without necessarily figuring out where they came from? In whose interest is it? Which is one of my favorite, most liberating questions for me in my life, and hopefully we can show you how to integrate that into your life in some meaningful way. So default versus awareness, not even versus, but default, and the choice between default and awareness. And we're going to talk about mind, self, and feelings. So that's that part. I wanted to talk about awareness and doing a meditation. But I think I'm going to do that in a separate video because I want to get to this. During this time of social distancing and uncertainty with the coronavirus, many of us, if not all of us, are going to be coming face to face with events and stressors that are going to be what we would call triggers. And usually what a trigger does, it causes us to have a knee-jerk reaction, a protective reaction, a default reaction, and responses. So, we will find ourselves in a flight, fight, collapse, or awareness. If we bring awareness to it, my first aid kit for you is this: when you feel that the knee-jerk reactions coming up, whether it's anger, fear, not knowing what to do, in whose interest is it that I do, say, think, act on the other thing is this my only option? Is this behavior, is this thought, is this word my only option? The third, is this the person I wish to be? We're always wanting to, if you can challenge your automatic default systems, you will feel a little more empowered with your life. You'll feel a little more able, I believe, to intervene and to break up these things. So, in keeping with brevity, and I do apologize for, I did mention the awareness meditation. I want to get to that because that's really a key thing. So hopefully I'm going to be able to make another one, a video right quick, and I'll put it on the tail of this one. I'll do my best to get it out there. I'm living in the countryside, and sometimes the Wi-Fi takes hours and hours and hours just to upload a 5-minute video. I hope you're safe. I hope you're sound. I hope you'll stay with me. If you have questions, if you have comments, there's ways of doing so that I will get them, and I would do my best to answer you all. So, in keeping with the new way, we're in this together. Let's not be alone. Let's use our networking to be together. So, good luck. Goodbye.